What's up everybody, it's Aaron Engineered and I am underneath my desk. So what am I doing under here? Funny you should ask. Well, I've got a serious problem. See, I keep my computer in this guy right here and it is very, very hot in there. So one thing I didn't account for when I built this desk was that this thing here has no built-in air ventilation, and this thing here is actually a kitchen cabinet. I built this myself using 2 IKEA kitchen cabinets and this beautiful IKEA tabletop. I'll leave all the links to this stuff in the description, so if you want to build it yourself you can do so. But what I found was, and actually hold on, let's just open this bad boy up real quick. So what I found was when I measured the cabinets here, and these are just standard floor cabinets, that they happen to fit a computer perfectly. So you can see my PC sitting in here. There's a little bit of wiggle room on each side, but not a whole lot of play in there, hence the overheating problem. You can see I've already removed the side off of my PC because this thing is just getting way too hot in here. As you can see in this picture, this thing gets scorching. I was actually playing video games when this happened and I had this open because I wanted to see how hot it was getting. So basically what happens is it gets to the point where it's about to, I feel like, melt out of the cabinet, and then I just kind of pull it out here and you know, there you have it. And it just breathes fine, right? But it's out in the middle of the kind of open air here, and it's just not really the best way to go about it. In fact, this thing's even hot right now and I'm not even using it. As you can see, I'm actually filming a video, so that's not good. So in order to prevent this thing from having a catastrophic meltdown failure, we're going to install some ventilation that I found on the internet. So actually, hold on a second. Let's fix this positioning here, right? I don't like being under this desk. Okay, so let's just get a little context here. So here's the open cabinet that I just showed you. Here's the inside of it. You can see my headphones hanging in there, and then the side of the case we had. Here's the other one on the other side. This actually has my NAS in it. So we'll probably end up doing the same exact thing that I'm doing to this one on this other side here as well. And again, these are just IKEA kitchen cabinets with the desktop there. So first things first, let's take a look at this nifty little product that I bought on the internet. It's the AC Infinity Airplate T8 cabinet fan system. They have a bunch of different products, like I mentioned, on their website, link in the description. But this one is the one I wanted. It also came in white, which is super cool because, as you saw, my cabinet is white too. It has 2 6-inch fans, and it has this cool little monitor here that's going to be awesome for keeping the temperature exactly where I want it. It's also a little eco mode there, and just a cool little display. And if you're nerdy and a tech gadgety guy like myself, then this will probably appeal to you as well. So let's take a look inside the box here. All right, inside the box we have our 2 fans. So we have nice little metal case there. We have the unit itself that seems pretty lightweight and compact. A couple of USB ports on the back there, and the power and the sensor. So seems pretty straightforward, but I'm gonna bust out the instructions here and start drilling some holes in this cabinet. All right, first things first, let's get this cabinet cleaned out so I can start drilling holes and I don't poke something that I shouldn't poke. First, you want to properly shut down your computer so that you don't cause any unnecessary aggravation to yourself. One thing I wanted to quickly point out too is that there's a little shelf in here that's actually holding up a bunch of wires. I have several KVM switches that kind of switch between different computers, and all that wiring kind of runs back in here and it's a bit of a mess. I'm gonna be leaving that for right now. It doesn't really get hot up here,
Well, I guess it does because, you know, heat rises and it's coming out of the computer, but I feel like when I fix this issue down here, it's gonna be able to help some of the problem that's going on up top here. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave it up here. It's a rat's nest. Don't say anything about it. Like I mentioned before, I have this off already, so we're gonna put that to the side too. All right, let's grab our tools and prep everything so that we can start making some cuts. All right, I went and grabbed a couple of different things here. I got a small level. I have the templates that came in the box, one of which is, you know, for the actual control unit, and then I have these two for the speakers. So we're gonna be drawing on the cabinet using these. I have a straight edge, and I have a little bit of tape. So let's get this knocked out. Okay, I have the templates all drawn up here, and I don't know if you guys can see this because they're clear, but here's the first fan. Up here behind my head is going to be where the controls are, and then the other fan is going to be up over here. So I figured I could get kind of like a airflow that goes from down here up here. The idea would be to have one fan spinning inward, the other one spinning outward, for obviously exhaust purposes. But I wanted this control pad thing to be right next to my hand because this is typically where I sit, right? So if it's right by my hand, I'll be able to hit the buttons, etc. We might need to move my headphone holder too a little bit, but this is the idea for now. I'm gonna get cutting on this and see if I can make a nice mess in here. All right, here's the first one. So we're gonna drill a hole in here. We're gonna drill 4 holes in the corners, and then we're gonna cut that out using my jigsaw. So first, let's get the drill out. Okay, when we drill this, it's gonna have to be a big enough hole that my saw blade is gonna be able to go into. You'll see what I mean in a second, but I've got this nice gigantic one on here now, so let's give it a go. Moving right along. All right, now we have all of our holes pre-drilled. We're gonna get the jigsaw and finish cutting out the rest of this stuff on the inside of here. Look at that. All right, let's give this thing a nice little test fit, shall we? That's upside down. Well, there you have it. Fits like a glove. Controls. Cool, cool, cool. All right, now on to getting these fans in.
All right, now we have all of our holes pre-drilled. We're gonna get the jigsaw and see if I can make a nice mess in here. Okay,
Okay, last and certainly not least, top one. That's gonna be a rough one to clean up, isn't it? All right, quick preview of the progress here. You can see we got one, we got the control unit, and we have the one in the back, the fan in the back here. So now first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in here and clean up all that mess. And then right after that, I'm gonna plug it in and see if it works. All right. Looks like I got it. All right, well, that boots up. I'm gonna read the instructions. So the other thing it comes with is this probe here that obviously plugs into this so that it'll actually get a temperature reading. I'm gonna take this, since my computer was the thing that was overheating, I'm gonna actually stick it in the bottom here, run it up through the back. That way it's taking the temperature from down below and not here. I can already feel it. Seems to be working pretty well so far. No noise to speak of. So that's good. All right. One of these days my arm's not gonna come back out of here. All right, so we've got it all plugged up. We got the probe plugged in, and right now you see it's at 81 degrees. Obviously that's not good. I can turn the fan down a little bit here, or I can turn it all the way up. You can see it start to drop in already. Off, alarm, auto, smart. We're just gonna leave it on for now. So as of right now, both of these are pulling air inward. So they're both kind of sucking in from this direction. I would like it if this one maybe blew out this way, while that one kind of blew us, kind of create like a circular motion here. So I'm gonna read into the instructions and figure out how to fix that. So I'll be right back. All right, I got everything figured out. All I had to do is pull the faceplate off of here and flip the fan around. So now it's blowing outward, which is great. So now I have like a nice little tunnel system going through here. So it still says 77 degrees up here. I'm gonna put the computer in and fire some video games up and see if it cooks it or see what happens. So here we go. I just off camera ran a couple of tests, really just played video games for a little bit to see how hot I could get it, and it seems to be working great. So mission accomplished. I did read up on the site a little bit about how to ventilate, and they give some really cool breakdowns about how efficient it is, where you put the fans and which direction they should be blowing. So this top one here should be blowing outwards, since it's up higher, obviously heat rises, and then the one on the bottom should be sucking in, so it'll create that nice circular motion there, and with the natural convection of the heat just like rising anyway, that should help it too. So right now I just have it kind of halfway up on auto, but I do crank it when I play the game so that it stays nice and cool in there. But all in all, I would buy again for sure. I might put one on the other side like I mentioned earlier, and I might even add a second or a third fan at the bottom to help with that suction and getting that air flowing properly. So
I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out the links in the description. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe so you can see me try to do whatever it is I'm trying to do with my home lab here in the future. See ya.